I'm going to show you how I go from my surgery to the BBC Breakfast sofa. I'm Dr. Nagat, an NHS GP and also the resident doctor on BBC Breakfast for the past 3 years. Now, normally what happens is in my clinic, I will get a phone call from the BBC producer telling me that there's a health item that they need to cover. We negotiate the time and if they'd like to have me in the studio or whether it's okay to do down the line. On this occasion, my lovely producer Amelia said that they wanted me in the studio, so she booked my travel for me. After clinic, I went home, I cooked my children their dinner, packed their lunches for tomorrow, gave strict instructions to my husband on what needs to be done so that he can take the kids to school. On this occasion, I got the train from Milton Keynes. I love travelling by train. It gives me an opportunity to think about what I'm going to say, make some notes, do my research, get up to date with my guidance, and also plan ahead for what I'm going to say once I arrive in the studio. I stayed overnight in a hotel, although I forgot to film that. The next morning I prayed Fajr and then had some breakfast. Just around the corner from Holiday Inn is Media City. This is in Salford, and I'm walking to Key House where BBC Breakfast is filmed. It's beautiful and peaceful at this time. It allows me to think and also prep ahead of what I'm going to say once I see the presenters. After a few security checks, I get in by Catherine, looks after all the guests who will be sitting on the sofa. Pop into makeup to see Grania, who's going to make me look gorgeous, and ta-da, I'm ready. Then I get mic'd up, and at this point, I just meditate, get myself relaxed. I put away the notes and don't think about what I'm going to say. A quick prayer and deep breath, and then I'm sat on the sofa with Sally and John, who are the presenters. As the interview is live, I have a rough idea of what the presenters will ask me. But essentially, Sally and John can ask me whatever they want, and I just have to be honest and upfront with my clinical knowledge. I try to be clear in the medical information that I'm trying to deliver, as I only have 4 to 5 minutes. Sometimes at a stretch, I can be given 8 minutes. I never underestimate the audience. They're intelligent, my contemporaries are watching me, so I stick to my area of expertise. And if there is something that I get asked and I don't know, I'm honest. I say I don't know. I treat the interview as if I'm talking to a patient in my clinical room, and then once off the sofa, I can breathe, having no recollection of what I've just said. I have my mic removed, and as it's been a while since I've been in the studio because most of my interviews have been down the line via Zoom, I take the opportunity to have some publicity shots for my socials. As luck would have it, I bumped into Catherine Jenkins. She is gorgeous in real life. A few messages from my family who saw me on TV at home, and back to the train station, Manchester Piccadilly, to start going back to London. And this is when I now then plan for the rest of the day. The journey back to London is roughly about 3.5 hours back to London Euston, and today on this particular occasion I had further shootings to do in London. I try to make sure that I book a lot of my work at the same time so it's done in one hit, as I'm going to be out the house away from my children and my family. I actually fell asleep on the train on the way back from Manchester because I'd been up so early, had a quick bite to eat on the train, and now I'm back at the Underground at London Euston waiting for my next train, because I need to be in Bloomsbury for some filming later on in the afternoon. I love London around Christmas time. The decorations are utterly gorgeous. So as I head over to the studio for some filming, I'm making some content around women's health, and I've got an exciting project coming up, but I will have so much information about that for you later on. For now, I got distracted by the pine cones and the baubles, and here's the filming. Shh, I can't tell you more. As I left the studio, I bumped into Sophia Brad, content creator and model, well worth following her and check her out. Some moment of peace and time to sit down with my incredible friend, Michelle. Look at her. She randomly texts me saying that she's in London. So we decided to have some me time, take a break, have some coffee, have a catch up and fill our cup. After having a heart to heart, I caught the train back home.